Yes. Next up, we got Maryam.
Hello. Hello, welcome to my talk and to tonight. And my talk about the exciting new features of new React version 19, which we front-end developers so happy about that it made our life much more easier, to be honest. And when I heard about it, that was like, that's exactly this slide, hooray! Yeah. As maybe some of you guys know that React hasn't released a major update since 2022, almost 2 years. And this May, they released a major version, which is React 19. And React 19 actually has numerous features which helps and simplify the handling data mutation, while they provide a new API to help a user to have a better experience with optimized update. And also, from my point of view, the best version of this React and the great one is the open source compiler, which make life easier. And you know that compiler, they work on it and they develop it for years, and they just release it with this version. And this job is just to manage the performance related job on the back of the scenes, and then just make developers focus more on building the feature rather than just the optimization. So as I said before, that React 19 has numerous new features, but I choose just some of the main and the biggest feature, like optimistic update form status, optimized compiler and runtime, simplify state management, and new API. Okay, let's start with optimized compiler and runtime, which we can say no memo, no use memo, and no callback, use callback anymore. To be honest, as a front-end developer, when I was in interview and they gave me technical tests or technical question, they asked about these, and they were easy to just talk about them, or just they weren't easy to learn, and it was hard to pass the technical. And when they released this compiler, I was exactly like, hey, got a big relief, you know. This compiler just get your code, it's open source compiler, and get your code and understand it ahead of the time, and just get what is the mistake, like potential performance drawbacks, and try to just fix these use cases automatically. And this compiler just try to understand the code and transfer it to the more performance code, which, as I mentioned, make life much easier. And yeah, pretty much it. And for me, and I think that's the biggest and a very important new feature in React 19. And another headline in these new features is action. Action, which I provide a simple live code for that. is another main headline for new feature of these in React 19. And actually, this action, we use it when you're interacting with data. We have data mutation and data interaction in two categories. When you get and loading data and show them, display them to the user. And the other interaction is when you change it and update it in database. This action mostly touch when you change the data in the database. And in their documentation, by convention, they said that functions that use async transition are called actions, which kind of may be confused, but if you know transition, which is in React 18, that makes more sense. And also, so provide a function to the action prop in form elements. So the way that we use action is like we provide the element, like in a form element, we provide the action. So which I want to show you the live code here to make more understandable. Yeah. React developer, they know that this is the traditional, okay, yeah. You can see I should stop the, okay. Why it is, I changed something and then, sorry. How can I change it to the, like, another slide? You just show the slide.
Because which is the one that you're going to use?
This is the, yeah, this one, the code that I want to show.
This is so fast. There you go. Right. And now, this is, which one is
Yeah,
it?
this is.
This one? There you go. And now we move it. There we go.
Okay, thank you. Thanks. Yeah. So React, but I cannot edit it here. I want to edit the code here.
Oh.
You just show this.
You lost me here. So what do you need to do?
You just show the slide here. I cannot edit here. Huh?
Yeah, you probably want to do that. What's the, is this one or this one? I guess it's this one. Ooh. No, not this one. Okay, I don't know this computer. Sorry, I love your laptop, but
No, it's
there we go, SAC solution. And now we keep these changes, and now we're gonna go here, and
That's
I
why
don't know.
you said no live.
You don't have to say that. And I don't know what you need to do.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. So that's the React developer. They know that that's a traditional way that we used to, like, see, track the inputs. We track the state and the name, and we had a handle change, and also like a handle submit that we gave it to the unsubmit to the form, to just when we want to track the state and just keep the update of the form and any element in the form, which is the yeah, okay, that's our form here. So if you see it works here, if I change it to the user, it update the user here, current user. Now we want to change it to the action. So, and I want to show you how to change this traditional to be new action in React 19 and how it makes code much more smaller and more simplified and easier to understand. We add, as I mentioned, we add action prop to the form here, and which we can send the function like handle submit to unsubmit, but we change it like form action or submit, something like that. So we change it this one to, so that makes more sense, form action. Or let's, and okay, the other thing is we don't need this state anymore to track the state and the value of the state, and we don't need this handle change anymore. We just change it this one, and we don't need the event. We just use that form data, and then we can have access to it with the get prop, and we give it something like name. And yeah, as I mentioned, we don't need this set input to just update the state here anymore. And instead of input here, we use form data, which shows that get name. Let me see if I do. Here. I think it's just form data here. This was my mistake. It's just form data here. And that's all here. We have await in form data. We have get name. Oh yeah, that's another. Yeah. And this is another parenthesis. Yeah. So in action, we just give to this form action here, and we don't need this value, and we don't need unchange here, so we can remove it. As you can see, the code is much more easier and simply and smaller. So let's save these changes and see the code, see the result here. So again, I change it to my name. Not working. Okay, let's see what is the issue. Here, I need to add name here. We need to have a name. We add name to, sorry, here. Okay, again. Yeah. So as you see, that's much more easier. We don't need the state, we don't need to track the data and the update to the states of so that's much more easier. Okay, let's go back to slides. So yeah, that's all about the action. So it helps us to manage the data mutation and state management, which I wrote here. We just need to have an action prompt as I show. And why it doesn't? Okay. Arrows?
Yeah,
And
oh, this is. Oh, this is a little bit. Okay, PowerPoint users. How do you? Can you open it again? Let's open it again. Or is this one here?
This one.
Ah, okay, let's just open it again.
Yeah, from beginning. Okay.
Oh, green. Oh, wait, why you?
This,
Yeah, this one, that one. Oh,
That's
look
one,
away,
that-
guys.
Oh yeah.
This one.
No, enter should work.
Eh. Options.
Options.
Ideas.
Turn her off and back on again.
No time. Next one. Next idea.
Just run it from.
Escape's not working.
Just run it from the slideshow thing. It's fine.
We did it.
No, as in. Just don't run it as a slideshow. Just show us.
Ah.
Yeah. There we go. That's an idea.
Have you saved it?
Yeah. Is it on my desktop?
Kill. Where's your PowerPoint? Do you want to bring it back up?
The slides?
Yep. So you want to
Oh,
stop?
there's
You want to
so
stop
many
mirroring? You want
No,
this
no.
screen to be different to that one?
I do go from beginning and then let's see how it goes. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, we review just quickly. Okay, another new features is use action state, which mostly for track the like error handling and like show the status and show the user the error. We use action state, which as I wrote here, I didn't provide live code for this one as it takes time, and so but it just maintained the store and states and error and pending status in a transition. And yeah, as I wrote again, it tracks component state, pending status. So when you want to load the data and you want to show that it's just pending and load the data, you can use the use action state, and it's like a function and has a different has a different array, like not array, like you can like what we call it, just use different. It has a different part that you can give it the state, pending a status, and provides a wrapped action. You can give it action function for use to in our form. So and maybe in form or any other place that you want to perform a mutation, and which is really a big, major and big feature in React 19. Another is new hook, use form status again. This one works as a context of consumer for the nearest parent form. Like for example, in the form that I show, you have a button, submit button, and you want to show that this form is like pending and it's not submitted yet. So you can change that button, showing that it is sub instead of just showing in a paragraph. You can say that it has a this is an object. You send that object to the form. This object has a pending, and data method action, and you can just get one of those or whatever you want of these object and just show it on the button, like for example pending, and it shows the pending is true or false. And if the pending is true, so when user click the submit, that changed to the pending instead of, and when submit, then change to submit again. Another is new API. As I said earlier, new API is another features in React 19 which help to enhance the user experience for optimistic update. And actually, it's not a hook. Its name is just confusing, and people think it's like a hook, but it's not a hook. They've said in their documentation, and it actually shouldn't obey the rules of hooks. And actually, it can read the async resources and automatically suspend the component, and also can replace the use context hook. As I said, I didn't provide the live coding for these 3 features. As I was thinking, maybe it takes time, but you can just see and practice it on a resource. You can find it. If you find it really useful and you want to use it in your own project, I can provide some tips, which hopefully can help. First, you need to understand and changes and how you want to use them. Second one, you need to just change the current code base, upgrade the dependency to React 19, use new features and concurrent mode. Testing and quality assurance, which is obvious you need to do that, and increment migration, performance profiling, documentation and training, which is React community. They have a really good documentation. And also you can, for your team, it means for your team, you need to have a documentation and training for your team so they can refer it, that documentation. And they have a good community and support. Fallback plan is obvious that you need to have another plan while you migrate. So if you have an issue, you know that you can have another plan. This is the resources I use for my talk. They own a main blog, and this is a free code camp course. There's a short course there which I use, which was really helpful, explain this feature. And I hope you like it, and I personally really happy with these new features and so exciting. It makes life easier. I hope you guys learn it and like it. And this is my name and my LinkedIn. Happy to connect with you guys. Thanks for listening, and scan.
All right, the questions came in thick and fast at the end. What is your fave new feature, and what will you miss the most?
For the previous one?
Yeah. What's your favourite new, and what will you miss the most?
For previous that I missed. Actually, I don't miss much of them.
There. What would be your favourite new feature?
The favorite, as I said several times, the compiler that makes easier. We don't need to learn those use cases. That's the compiler one.
Awesome. Do you see any downsides to the more concise code that is now possible? E.g., is it more difficult to drill down and troubleshoot when something doesn't work?
In React 19, you mean just fix it?
Yeah, well, with the more concise code, like what you showed in your demo.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're talking about.
So
do you see any downsides to the more concise code? Is it more difficult to drill down and troubleshoot? Have you?
To drill down and troubleshoot when something. Oh, you mean is it make easier to troubleshoot? So React. I think so. I think new features make it much more easier. Yeah. And you can just see the objects and the properties on the console and just track that what is going on. And
do the compiler optimizations in React 19 speed up runtime performance or build time performance? How much speed up are we getting?
I don't know about how much exactly, but I think it's getting us much speeder and perform. Because it just do any task related to the performance and the behind scene, and the developer just need to build the feature and make the performance, the compiler do that, and make it more, I think, faster. It make the application faster,
Awesome.
That-
One more. Which plugin do you use to determine the size of imports? Do you find it useful and accurate for measuring the size of JavaScript in production?
I think so. Of course, it's useful, but I haven't used, to be honest, that what size of import I use.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
All right. Can we do one more?
Yeah,
We've just got one last one. Yep. In your experience, does the new form hook integrate well or at all with custom forms and libraries?
I think this, that I just work with them is really integrate really well without any issue, and you can just, if you have any issue, just Google it, their documentation or ChatGPT, they can help you easily, and you just simple import